Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to D-Chess. I have a little something special for you today. This is a game that took place a while back in a rapid arena tournament. At the time, I was rated a. This is a few months ago. At the time, I was rated a 1553 in rapid. And I'm actually playing on the black side. But I wanted you to feel White's pain, because if you're a competitive chess player and there's a 500 point elo discrepancy between you and your opponent, especially if you're a high intermediate in rapid or advanced intermediate, whatever we want to call it. There's just a feeling you can't describe whenever you can make a 2104 who back in the day would have been a master, but due to rating inflation, they stole that from me. They stole it from me. Otherwise, I just beat a master, which I have beat masters in the past. It's a great feeling, but it's always, in my opinion, is because they underestimate the lower rated opponent that they're playing. And that's the case with all chess. I mean, the bottom line, I want everybody to understand that doesn't understand. In chess, the only way you lose, or better put, the only way you win is you made less mistakes than your opponent. Period. That's it. No one in chess beats you except yourself. Let that soak in for a minute. If you play accurately throughout the entire game, you will not lose. You will, in the very worst, draw. If you make no blunders, no misses, no mistakes, hardly any inaccuracies, the very high probability is it's going to be at least a draw. So just bear that in mind, as you progress throughout your chess career. But that being said, whenever you're at 1553 and you can make a 2104, his name was Shaw. This was round 1 of the tournament. Made the dude rage quit in 8 moves, and I'm going to show it from his perspective just so you can feel his pain. And dude, if you see this, no disrespect, I was just stoked about this win. I went on a 3-game winning streak after that. Ended up like 24th in the tournament. And it was, excuse me, and it was all due to the morale boost that you gave me from this game. I know what it feels like to rage quit. Believe me, bro, I've done it. I've thrown stuff. If you know, you know. The competitive chess players know. We have egos, we have tempers. Usually that happens in private. Ideally. Anyway, on with the game. Starts off King's Pawn. He sees, what's this 1553 playing the Alekhine when nobody these days, according to all these millennials, and it's true, I hardly ever see it. Nobody plays Alekhine these days, but he did make the move I wanted him to make, and which pushes me over. We're in book here, but then I see something. Actually, after no. My bad, bro. My bad. That should have been, I don't know. I was thinking that was E4. Let's start over. I'm slow this afternoon. Excuse me. E4. Alekhine defense. E5. Okay. Knight 2. D5. Then Queen F3. Now I was honestly expecting I was expecting a 2 or a 4 pawn attempt. I was not expecting the Queen to F3. It's not something you see a whole lot. But maybe this guy doesn't play the Alekhine a whole lot, and maybe I'm obviously not too well versed on the changes to the Alekhine within the past decade or so, because I've been playing this opening since I was, man, it's been over 30 years, and I like what I like. The Scandinavian variation, the Panov, the 4 and the 2 pawn. I mean, those are lines that are all in my wheelhouse. I love them to death. This I had seen a few times, but I got the feeling that he's looking at a 1553 and like, oh, are you gonna play the Alekhine? Well, all right, let's see what you got, because at his level, most of those moves have been refuted, but he's not a master yet, buddy. So after Queen to F3, where was I? Queen to F3 facilitates E6, yeah. So I'm just sticking with a modern mainline setup, and he pushes D4 to gain control and put some tension in the center. And I continue on with my traditional little development here. Knight C6. Twitchy responds. Knight E2. Defending the pawn and putting pressure on D4 also. Not so sure I would have made that move, but I'm not a 21-4, so what do I know? Let's see, Knight to E2, and then we have D6, yeah. So I'm trying to, I know we're already out of book, so I'm trying to just kind of complicate matters a little bit here. D6, and then I see Knight EC3. Now, why is the 2104 moving the same knight back to back in the opening? Isn't that violating a chess principle? It is. But there's always exceptions to every rule, especially in chess. Rules are made to be broken. There are certain instances where you're going to have to do certain things that don't go along with doctrine as far as chess goes, like knights on the side, doubled pawns. A lot of those things that they tell you not to do will end up winning you games because of the position that you're in. So yes, those are good general guidelines. Those, knights before bishops, keep your knights off the side, knights in tandem, connecting rooks, castling safely, or those are all good. Castling early, controlling the long diagonals. Those are all good principles, but there are exceptions to every rule in chess, depending on your situation. So, after the D6, trying to complicate my knight E to C3, then I just decided knight takes knight. because I'm going to come after that. So knight takes knight, knight takes knight. And oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I should have looked at my notes. Knight takes knight, queen takes knight. And I should have known that because this is where it all starts. I didn't expect this when it happened, and I looked like Frank the Tank from Gotham Chess. If you guys are familiar with it, but holy guacamole! I jumped up out of my seat. It was great. It's coming. You'll see it. So queen takes knight. D. What in the hell? Yeah, D takes E5. There we go. Sorry guys, I really apologize. I'm having trouble. I had this ballpoint pen over here, and it it leaked all through my notes and all this. So, all right. So knight takes, D takes E5, and logged off. And if you are a competitive chess player, I mean, somebody who studies the game, takes it seriously, wants to go somewhere with it, and I assume that's the majority of the audience. Doesn't that look beautiful? You're 1553. You just took out a 2104 in 8 moves. I was stoked. I was stoked. That's probably the biggest rating discrepancy besides me playing Gregory Kaidanov in a simul in Conway about 20 years ago. I ended up having a draw against him. That might have been the highlight of my career, but I'm not saying this is the highlight of my career by any means. It just felt really, really good. And I just wanted to share it with my fellow chess enthusiasts and chess players, and because just look at this. As soon as I made that bishop move, he logged off. I love it. Beautiful position. Anyway, guys, you have a great day. Look forward to the next one. Peace.